What's up, Lorehounds? It's Cooper inside Perfect World Entertainment's booth. I'm with Mark Hill, producer of Rusty Hearts. We got it going on behind us right here. So we're seeing it's mostly 2D combat.
Well, there's two modes. There's the outer hub world that's fully 3D. You can move the camera around, talk to NPCs, do all that. In the dungeons, the camera is fixed. It's the camera angle changes, so sometimes it's side-scrolling, sometimes isometric, forward, backward, things like that. So the look of it really always stays dynamic.
So what's the basic of the game? You know, the basic story and the pitch.
The pitch of it is it's a hack and slash dungeon crawler. It's free to play, made for parties of up to 4 people, and it's meant for you to get in quickly, party up with your friends, and get into a dungeon, start killing some enemies, grabbing loot, leveling up, killing bosses, just having an all-around good time. At the same time, there's a whole storyline along with it, with its whole lore. All of the characters have their own reasons for being there, all their own motivations. As you progress through the game, this big storyline will unfold, which has to do with the eternal war between vampires, humans, half vampires, half humans. All these other creatures pop into it too. At the same time, it's really tongue-in-cheek. The dialogue can be really humorous at times. It's a lot of fun.
So what do we have? You mentioned, you know, the characters. Are we playing characters, so everyone's kind of playing someone in the story? We're not playing like a nameless adventurer?
You're absolutely right. So in many ways, Rusty Hearts is not your traditional MMORPG. We actually call it an MORPG. And the reason for that is that you are playing a set character. You're not building like a character from the start like you would in, you know, traditional MMORPG.
Clearly it's a class-based game. You have those 4 classes.
Right, so it's not a traditional class, like there's no you know, healer and there's no mage or anything like that, but the different characters, they do kind of fulfill class type roles.
What do we have as far as like guild type content, like the social aspects of the game?
Absolutely. So there's a whole outer hub world, and if this was the live server right now, you would see everybody else in the game. You can go interact, chat, emote with them. You can start. There's a full guild system where guilds can get together, put in money, like in-game gold. They can donate to the guild to level the guild up. There's guild-based skills. People can do things like if they find a good piece of gear, they can put it in the guild warehouse, and any of their guildies can come up and use it.
So obviously there's a lot of character progression, but since we're playing kind of static characters in the story and stuff, is there not a whole lot of customization in the sense of like hairstyle, facial structure, that kind of?
Facial structure, no. Everything else fully customizable. So there are tons of different hairstyles, hats, shirts, pants, gloves, shoes, little accessories, everything like that to change the look and some of the stats of your character. There's also tons of gear and loot in the game. So you're always picking up new stuff. You're always equipping new, better gear. Maybe you're going to equip gear that's better against like magic type monsters if you're going to a dungeon that you know is full of that. So there's actually a lot of customization, even though they are set characters.
What do we have as far as character advancement? You know, is it just, do we just get stats? Do we pick the stats? Are they automatically generated? They're tech trees and skill trees?
A little bit of both. So as you level up, your overall stats just increase. You gain new powers, you gain access to new abilities. So as you level up, you'll gain access to new skills and you'll earn these skill points.
For a perfect world, the $1 million question is how is the free-to-play structure coming money-wise? You know, what are we going to be buying versus what can we earn just from straight playing?
Good question. Almost in the cash shop, it's a lot of customization, health, HP, MP potions, things like that that'll help you out.
Temporary buffs.
Yeah, exactly. Some temporary buffs, status enhancers, stuff like that. The vast majority of items you can also find in the game just through questing. Lots of customization stuff, but you can either buy through the cash shop or just spend a little bit of time in the game questing. So you'll see a lot of things like these big bear suits and stuff. Those are totally available just through
Frivolous.
Yeah, you'll see this guy right here. He's got this awesome weapon, this cool kind of pimp suit, all through questing. So even just through questing, you know, you don't have to purchase a single thing, but you can still look super cool.
So you can't buy your way to power then?
Totally, there's no pay to win. Through the kind of cooperative nature of the game, you know, because it's party based, if you are using cash shop items, it's only going to help you, and your team.
What do we have as far as content to expect?
We have a lot of stuff coming out. So we're in the second phase of the closed beta right now. Phase 2 just launched earlier this week. We added a lot of new stuff, all based off community feedback. For example, fully customizable controller support. We increased the difficulty a little bit. We removed a lot of the portals that are in the outer hub world, so now it's just a big seamless world you can run around in. So it's really, really cool. As far as new content, when the open beta goes live, we'll have a lot of new stuff. And then shortly after that, we'll just have a stream of new stuff, new quests, new characters, new game modes, higher level caps, all that type of stuff. So whether you already play the game or you join when the open beta starts, you're going to have a lot to look forward to for a long time.
Is there a possibility of new classes? Because with the narrative being such a focus, it'd be kind of difficult to fit them in randomly?
That's a good question. So the guy Tude, for example, he's totally playable from the beginning, but he doesn't actually enter the story until way later in the game. But he's just playable right at the start. So it doesn't necessarily have to be related to the story. So we do, to answer your question, we do have some new stuff coming along those lines.
Yeah, I mean, it's real fun, instant gratification, hit counts, combos, and stuff like that. And you get graded on that, right?
Absolutely. So you might see as our community manager, Sum's playing right here, you get these chain hits. So you combo together all these chain hits, and you get style. The more high-level skills you use, you get style points. All your style points are combined with are set against your damage you take, and that goes towards your grade at the end of each dungeon. So the higher the grade you get, the more EXP bonus you get at the end of each dungeon.
You get a nice little reward for being stylish. The next question when I see some sort of ranking system and a grade is, what about achievements and stuff like that?
We'll definitely have achievements coming soon, yeah. They'll be ready for the open beta.
So Rusty Hearts, it's a beat 'em up, side-scrolling mostly, and when is it coming?
Well, like I said, right now it's in closed beta. We're concentrating on finishing that up. We haven't announced the actual open beta date yet. We'll be announcing it very soon. It's not too far off.
And we'll try to get you guys some access. So we can't wait. So it's coming soon. The great label. Thanks so much.